Hello engineer and welcome. In today's video episode, we will continue in our series about tutorials about the Rails. In this episode, we will open the topic with the Rails and complete building the Rails. In the last episode, we go through the preparing of our patterns and segments, and today we will build all the types of the Rails. I think there will be no special additional information, but it's still good to know how it is completely processed. I decided to try to build a new variant, completely new rail, so I will be not building any existing type of rails, but a new one with the 3x3 floor block. I will just find it there from these blocks. Yeah. I was thinking about the color and material I could use on this, because choosing the materials is very important in the beginning. Without it, you can't continue if you don't know what you want to build. So we have this block, but I know it has a problem that it has like these corners. I'm not sure if I want to see these corners or not, and I can say I choose some white color, maybe a little bit of gray. I'm not sure about that. I will build the first segment and we will see how it looks. So I will place there some hinge, so I need to connect it to our block. But, I don't know. I think I can use standard armor blocks for this one. I was thinking about the stair block because it is 2 blocks long, but it doesn't matter. So the hinge, again this one, and this area I must create this like this. Yes. Add half blocks. So why we are using half blocks we already mentioned last time. Yeah, because we want to have smooth as possible these gaps or transitions. So this is how it can look. I will reach it. Turn this one to the station, and this one will be dynamic. I can copy that. And set our first angle. I'm usually starting from small angles and continue to bigger and bigger angles. Before I will change the torque before another. If it's left, then I must, yeah, this one. Because we will close it. this one will be 1 degree, 1 degree. Maybe it can be the new for someone if you want to set the exact angle on these rotors, hinges, or everywhere. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it usually works for everything you can set with these moving things. I don't know what it's called. You can use your shutter roller, left shutter roller, and left mouse button. Then I can enter any number. It will be exactly the number. You can see only 2 degrees, but it is 1.5 degree always. And station. So we have now 4. Maybe I can 0.51, 1.5, 2, and here we can create 3, or maybe we can test it, for example, for 4 degrees. We will test it later on our testing railway. That one will be built in the next episode. So all the segments are prepared. You can switch back to F8 camera. Oh, it has different color. Okay. Nice. Okay. Another one and another one. So the first 5 of these things. I don't know how it will behave while copying from our personal workshop or the blueprint storage. So if I want to know how it looks, I can create something longer and manually remove all these blocks. Needs some time, but still it's not so time consuming. So you can see how it looks. Maybe I can hide everything, and this is what the train will see from the cabin. It's not so bad. But I think the smooth one will be better. I don't like these edges. I really hate them. So maybe I will load the mod. It should be gone, or no more edges from the AQD. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, but I'm not sure about it, if the smooth one is better or with these dots. I will hide the dots, so I will need to remove everything now. It will be faster like this one, maybe. Again, if you don't know how to remove some of the blocks or these buildings, I'm making it with the Ctrl and delete. It's simple. Yeah, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl delete. If you want to save your blueprint with the attached other ships with the landing gears only, then you can use Ctrl Alt B, not only Ctrl B like this one. Yeah, it's saved, but you can use Ctrl Alt B. It will save that blueprint with all the other blueprints connected to it. So now I must rotate it, and maybe I will add these half blocks there. It has some purpose. Why? It's simple. If I will build the railway from these blocks and want to cut it anywhere, then I can remove it like this one. But if there wouldn't be that half block and I remove the spare part of the rail, then there will be the 3 more blocks, so I need to remove them manually. With this I can remove it everything at once. So here I can remove these blocks. And place new ones. It's also helpful that the grid will not. Oh. Okay. These one are correct. This not. It's not correct. Again. Okay. Nothing is perfect. But now it is. Why I didn't want to pick up the white color, because it's extremely bright, so a little bit gray is better for this one. Of course I could use any other maybe like patterns, yeah, but usually these floor blocks have a different design, yeah, different skin. Yeah, you can see that there. Maybe if I... Yeah, there you can see it's really different. So for this one, it's nice to use the smooth one or the plastic one. But the plastic will have still this. So maybe I will... yeah, it's really weird. I will use the smooth one because of these half blocks. They always have something different. And I want to have it smooth for maybe this type of rail. I don't know which could I use. For example, if I use this one, yeah, you can see it looks extremely weird because you can see the pattern of that skin, and that's not correct. Mainly for the rails, because on the rails you can see all the patterns more than on the smaller grids. So I think that's all for these turns. Now I must copy them. Okay, but these are for the right side, and of course we must create them for the left side, so I can rotate them like this. And then we will rebuild them. So now I can create my first patterns. I have extremely loud keyboard. Oh, I pressed it wrong. So that's the 5 times this pattern, but for bigger rails we will need maybe 10. There is also a very big difference between these rails and other rails, because they are made of very big blocks, and that can be sometimes a problem. Maybe you are asking why. It's because our one part of this is much more longer. Yeah, usually we can see there are only 3 blocks between hinges. So every segment has only 4 blocks length, so it has very small step between every hinge. But here we have 6 blocks, or 7, yeah, because there is half and 6, so 7 blocks. That's almost 2 times more, and that's why the ride will not be so smooth, yeah, because we have extremely big step, but it has some advantage. It's very good for our survival worlds. If you want to focus on survival rails, I can recommend these blocks. You can build much more faster if you will build it manually, but yeah, I see it has a lots of material. Yes, so it's not the best, I think, now. Yeah, it has lots of materials. So okay, it's good, but it's not good. So that's why. You can save lots of number of the blocks. It's longer, so you don't need to build so much blocks, but still it has much more materials. It needs lots of materials. If I can compare it to the standard light armor block, then I need 25 per 1 block. So it's like 75 for this, for the same distance. But here we have 80 for the same distance and 80 more of the interior plates. It's because it's very wide, and again another 80 of the steel plates. So it's like 3 times more, but here we have also the construction components. So you understand it. It's much more material consuming than the standard armor blocks, but I can compare it to the blast door because in as it was said in the comments, the blast doors are immune to deformations due to collisions. For example, collisions, or they are hit by drones or something, so they can classic armor blocks will deformate, but the blast door will keep the same shape. They will not deformate. So we have 140 steel plates. So if I put there the 3 of them, then the number of material is more than the one floor slab 3x3. So yes, the blast doors are okay, they are very durable, they are nice, but I think the floor can be better for someone. Maybe if I will do some survival world and try to build there some railway, I will try to use these blocks, these big blocks, not the blast door blocks. We can see with our mod we can see the integrity of the block. It's almost 20,000, but the blast door only one blast door block is 14,000. So it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same. And the blast door blocks have much more like 42,000. Yeah, 42,000 per same distance. So it's double the durability. So blast door block wins for the durability, for the deformation, but not for material cost. It's always the material cost defines the durability, or also we can call it health. So we have these helping blocks. Yeah, maybe I didn't tell the last time how we will remove these blocks. So they can be removed with the possible 2 settings. The first one, that we keep them like this. We will keep them completely full, completely welded together, and to grind them, we will increase in the word settings the grinding speed to 20 or more. Yeah, so it will be extremely fast and remove all the blocks instantly, almost instantly. Or there is the second way, we can grind these blocks manually there. Yeah, so we can find some tool, use our grinder. Yeah, if you don't know how to go back from F8 to our engineer, I just press F6, and of course I can place some these blocks for this purpose and grind them. Oh, it's very fast for this world too, so I can grind it like to 10%. Yeah, now it's not possible because it's very fast, but you can pick the slowest grinder and grind it manually to 10 or 5%. All of these blocks, yeah, also the hinges too. Yeah, they will still work. They will still work as they need to, but then when you will be grinding it away with your train, then the grinding will be much more faster, even if you don't set this setting in the word itself. I will keep it completely full. So I will must place 3 blocks there. It's nice that our half blocks are rotating correctly. Be careful to place these blocks correctly, of course. Just rotate it there. And it's complete. So again I can copy everything. If you don't know how to move with this part, you can always use Ctrl and your mouse wheel, so you can change the distance. Very easy. For example, I tried Space Engineers 2, but I have extremely big problem with the building because I can't change the keys for it. There is no setting, or I missed something and I can't change them, and it's very bad for me because instead of C to go down, I use my shift. Sometimes I have a problem with recoloring the blocks or something, but usually I use shift because it's easier to use. And also I have another game where I can move with the camera like this, but it uses shift, so I was using that on the keyboard for a long time, and for Space Engineers it was very hard to feel that with the C, so I switched it for shift. And now in Space Engineers 2 I can't change it. And also they changed the block rotations. Yeah, if you have some block, you can rotate in the Space Engineers with your I don't know, it's VASD or something like Ctrl and VASD. Yeah, for me it's, I think, the current controls are okay. If you already built lots of stuff, it's not a problem to rotate your blocks as you want, if you know that. Yeah, I feel that, and it's not problem for me. But yeah, I understand it, why they changed that. So we have prepared our rails for the turns. Now we can continue with the straight lines. They will be the most hard to create. Ooh. As I said, the most hard to create. Ta-da! It was very fast. I was joking. So now I can place this one. So we have short one and long one. Of course, I must check they will be dynamic. So I mustn't forget to convert them to the station. It's very important to have all the blueprints saved as the stations, because later it could make some mess while building it. So now we can continue with the up and down. and then we can continue with rotations. So I will take again this one. Down and okay. Is that way how to build it fast? I think no. So I can remove it. I don't need it. I will start from the beginning. So our main block, half blocks, the helping block, hinge, in this direction, again helping block, another helping block, and half blocks. So it's almost complete. Again batteries, this one to the station, this one we will set up the hinge, and now we can set our angles again. Usually I prepare two of them, one for half degree and second one with 1 degree step. For the up and downs, I don't recommend to use more. Yeah, for the survival board you can use almost 5 degrees maybe, but for creative I don't recommend more than 1 degree. Yeah, it doesn't look good if it is very sharp. Yeah, sharp turns they are okay, but sharp up and downs it looks very weird. Sometimes I also change the distance for these segments for up and downs. Maybe if I find something and now not this one. This one is also a little bit longer, but I will don't have that here because I have only the cable rail there. Why longer distance? It will not be smoother, but you will need less grids, for example, and I don't know how to describe it. You will have longer distance to reach that final degree. Yeah, if you concentrate all the degrees at the very small distance, then the train will extremely fast will change the direction to up or down, and it's not so nice. And of course I can usually use only 5 of them. Yeah, I will don't use 10 of them, but only 5. It's enough for our needs. So now I will okay, yeah, I can use this one and this one because we have already set angles, but I will need to blocks. Maybe I can try. No. It's not possible to connect it. So I must again propose can place. Oh, I can't place it. Can't place it there. That's bad. That's really bad. But still I can use these blocks. They will help me. Because it's hard to place these large blocks correctly. I must rotate them. Okay, so if I wouldn't add these helping blocks, or yes, helping blocks, I would have a problem with the connecting the grids, because if I removed this block, then I lose the connection between these half blocks and our main helping block. So that's why I made like a bypass. But I'm not sure. That's not good. It's not good for this. Yeah, this is bad solution. Because I must place there some pillars, or I will place there some pillars. And if there will be pillars, I can't place there below the rails these hinges, or they will be kept there for forever. So I have second more solution. Yeah, I shouldn't remove the previous one. There is a second solution how to make this one good, and we can use our rotors. So now I will remove these blocks. Yeah, hinges are already stationary, or these hinges heads, so it's not needed to turn them to dynamic again. And now I can easily place these half blocks. Yeah, now I can align the rotors. Oh, how? Yeah, I know. I know now. Okay, so I picked that one which is not completely finished. So first I must set our hinge. Now set the correct angle, move to that angle, second end. Yeah, now it's on the correct position. Convert this rotor part to the station. Same we can do here. 0.5, move 0.5, try to move, turn it to the station, place game batteries because I wouldn't be able to move with this rotor. Then go back to the rotor and set our angles to 0 so it will not move. Now I can change the distance to 0. Yeah, it's very bad programmed from my side point of view, because the rotor should be 70 centimeters below its range, but it's in reality it's like in plus 2 centimeters. So that's not correct from my side. So we can set our degree here, 0, move, choose displacement, and that's all. So to the station, you can see that, yeah, it's nice. Not sure now if I turn this to the station. Yeah, it's not station, so now it is both stations. The angle is correct, so now I can copy that 4 times. Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm stupid. I'm very, very stupid. Ah, okay. So, again, go back. So now I will make dynamic grid this one, because I must set the degree to -1, and of course I will be forced, and that's why there was so big gap. Oh, we can switch this one to the ship. In ship, -0.5, -0.5. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit problem with the gap, so I will use the rotor to create gap manually. So Hinge will find the best position. Oh, the cap is not enough, so I will a little bit increase it. This one is safe. Maybe I can try to move it. Okay, So now it's okay. This one should be okay too. So again, station, remove battery. Station, remove battery. Station, remove battery. And station and remove battery. It's exhausting. So again, I can copy paste it 4 times. And now it's down. So we have up and down. So that's almost all. These kinds of rails are basic ones. But we still miss one type. We already aligned the vertical axle, X. How is it called? Axle? Oh, I'm really stupid for now. I don't know. You mean, you know that thing. Vertical, horizontal, and now the main one. For this one, I could choose rotors on this platform, but no, I will start again from the beginning. So, I mean the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. We have 2 possible solutions, but the only one is correct. We can place a rotor above the rail and then remove it, but if we rotate that, then these 2 parts of this segment will not be aligned, because rotation will not be in that Excel. I don't know. I need translator. So I need to put the rotor there. That's the only one solution I would make correctly. Of course, I don't need to use the half blocks. I can use the full blocks. But still, I can use the half blocks. It will look better and it will not connect together. So that's why. Gain batteries. So turn this one to the station. We can remove the gap. Yeah, there will be still a very small gap. And now we can set the rotation. The rotation, yeah, degrees this one. I will make 2 different rotations, and then we will test which one is better for our needs. Because if you put there very big angle, then the train will create lots of clunks, because the wheels are going through the sharp edges and stairs made by these blocks, and it's not okay because the train is trying to align itself according to the rail. So that's why we also need rotors on our couplings and not only hinges. Yeah, for all 3 directions. And as I said, I will create several. So This one will be 0.5. Oh, 0.5. This one I wanted to move, convert to station. Here we will have 1 degree. One degree again. Oh, it's moving. Yeah, because I have lots of power there. Now it's not moving. Of course, I can turn it to turn off. And now station. You can see that. Here we have very sharp edge, and this one can be a problem. That's why I liked these cable or tube rails, because if we can see our rotations, we have around blocks and around rotors, so we can set our final angle with only one rotor. So I was able to, for example, rotate this one by 5 degrees in a single rotor. Yeah, and other rails needs lots of steps by only 0.5, maybe 1 degree, but more than 1 degree is extremely dangerous. Mainly it's extremely dangerous, mainly for high speeds. If you use it for like slow train, 40 meters per second, then 2 degrees can be still okay. So now I must prepare -1. And now it's correct. Maybe if you will focus your vision on our rotating part, then we can see if I minus, you can see that the rotation will a little bit change if I decrease the strength. Yeah, because that rotor is able to go more than 0.5 degree if he uses lots of torque. So I must decrease the torque, and it will go back to the correct position. So it's complete. I can, of course, not I can, but I must copy that, of course, 5 times again. It will save time when building the railway. So here we have our final degree 2.5, and here we have 5 degrees, our final degree. Yeah, you can see that, how it is rotated. So we have rotation in the main axis, yeah, our horizontal axis and vertical axis, and straight ones. So I think that's all the basic rails, and later we will use them for building our testing railway, not a rail but railway. And meanwhile I also add some pillars for them, so they will look more realistic. because I don't want to have hovering rails magically hovering above the ground, so I will add some kind of pillars. I will use these beam blocks for them. The number of blocks for pillars, it depends mainly on you. If you will follow the ground, then you can need maybe like 5 or 6 blocks. If you will be more above the ground, then you will need more blocks. But of course you can prepare your pillars manually and extend them later when you will need it. And I can place these ones or these ones. 4, 6, 8. Can keep that. Maybe increase it. Yeah, I will keep the 6 ones. So I will place this. Instead of building it, I just remove this one, and now I can copy that where I want to. But you can see I have a problem because of subgrids. You can't place the grids so nearby other grids. I can place it like this one, but I don't want to, so I must remove this end and place it now. So, oh, this one's not correct. I see that. Because I placed on this one, so I must place it on this one. One with and one without. One without and one with. Without and with. Without and with. So this will be this one. And at the end, add blocks. Yeah, that looks nice. It's simple. Of course, you can create some magnifique pillars. I'm planning to add also the big pillars where will be lights, for example. So that will be later. For today, I think it's all. I mentioned everything, I built everything, and in the same way you can build all the rails of these types. The realistic one, monorails, B-rails, cable rails, it doesn't matter. All the same rules can be applied for everything. It's simple, it's fast. So, if you are trying to build your railway, good luck. I hope I will see some work on the workshop or on the Facebook. Or maybe on the Discord server. So, have a nice day and goodbye. We will see later.